Hello everyone, it's Patty Wonder. Be right back. Help. I just turned my Wi-Fi off, so hopefully it's a little bit better. Hi Flo. I hope you're doing better. Hi Mickey. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey. Hey Mickey. I'm sure you've heard that over and over and over. Love you too. Hey bed buddy. It's karma. It's karma. Oh, so many amazing people that I know and love. Thanks. That's so exciting because this is really nerve-wracking. And she told me, or she asked me, did she tell me? She probably did tell me in her own sweet Jacqueline way. But she did ask yesterday. And for someone that doesn't like things to not be planned. Hi, Jacqueline Roy. I really had to myself. So, hello. Hello. Well, welcome, Tiffany. No pressure. No pressure. I'll just give people a minute to hop on and find us. I have a very watery eye today, so excuse me if I keep touching my eye. It's also part of the season. And then sometimes I get tissue stuck there as well. And then I'm like, so basically this part of my eye has no makeup after. Jamie Sullins! I love you. Hey, my fellow swear bear. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Handsome Paul. Okay. I'm going to try to sort this because I want to try not to have my big bright door. Aw, yay. Hey, Rose. I had... Usually it takes me like a week or more to prepare to do one of these. So that's why one day I'm just feeling a little extra. But, hello, Rachel. I love you. When Jacqueline asked me to talk today, I said, what do you want me to talk about? Because lately when people ask me to train, they go, whatever you want. But with 1 day notice, I was like, oh my God, give me something specific. And then she asked me about parties because I'm known to always have parties. And then I thought about it and went, actually, the one thing, because Jacqueline did this to me the other day. She's like, you're amazing. I said, I'm not amazing. I'm consistent. Everybody can be consistent. Consistency is a choice. You can choose not to be and have excuses, or you can just get on with it and get it done. And I'm somebody that is consistent because being self-employed, for me, TV's a prize. The couch is a prize. Yes, I do lots of work from the couch and watching TV. Absolutely. I love you, Jacqueline. Thank you. But for the most part, I have a list of what I need to do every day. And as soon as I get it done, I can go watch TV. I have to play those mental games with myself. If I just get this done, I can go do that. Of course I can just do that now. It's my house and I live by myself and there's nobody here telling me I can't. But I don't know. It's really funny because when I grew up, and I'm sure there's tons of you, I'm 47 years old, and my grandparents raised me. And I'm sure there's lots of you out there that your parents called you lazy your whole life. I was called lazy, and I was always told that I would start stuff and not finish it. So that was like ground into my head. And as I grew older, I realized I'm actually not lazy. I'm just not interested. I don't finish things that I'm not interested. Now knowing what I know about my ADHD stuff, if I get bored, I'm done. I'm that way with jobs. I'm that way with projects. I'm that way with people. I'm that way in life. It's not being lazy. And I do like to finish things. I do like to complete things. It is a sense of satisfaction to complete things. Thus the checklist. One of the things, aw, thanks, Roseanne. One of the things is, I learned this a long time ago from Mary K.I.S.S. She trained us to your six most important list. She always said, before you go to bed at night, write a list of 6 things that you want accomplished the next day. And she said, go into it as you have an employee coming tomorrow. You're paying them. They're doing the work for you. But you write the list of what you want this employee to get done tomorrow for you. She goes, don't write more than 6 because you're never going to do it. And don't write 1 because you have more time than that. So always write, and do it while your brain is, with my busy brain, I tend to write everything out before I go to bed because it dumps my brain onto paper, and then I don't have to think about it anymore because I won't forget it because it's on the paper, and all is right with the world and I can sleep. If I don't write it down, I'll just be thinking about it and thinking I'm going to forget about it. So just write it all down if you have a brain like mine. But it's also better then in the morning when you wake up, you are the employee. Would you keep yourself employed? Or would you fire yourself? Would you write yourself up? How many people like me have a lot of pink slips in a lot of places? It's because I was bored. I don't do bored. I didn't even do bored in high school. I skipped school a lot because I was bored. Bored. That was probably one of my most used words in my entire life until I turned about 18. Hey, everybody hopping on. So since yesterday, as I go about my day and I do the things that I need to do, I thought about consistency. And then last night I lay down on the couch on my stomach and I was watching You've Got Mail. Remember when you had to wait for the phone to connect? Lovely. And I just started thinking about consistency. Hey everybody. There's lots of dogs in this neighborhood, and once one barks, they all might bark. So just beware. Y'all got kids, I've got dogs. Not in my house, but all the way down the block. So there's a couple things I want to do before I give you like nuts and bolts consistency. Oh, I love you too, Rachel. I wrote this down this morning because I think a lot of people use the word, oh, I can't be consistent. And of course, my landlord's going to freaking vacuum right now. Of course he is. Although I do my vacuuming at like 11 o'clock at night when they're in bed. So it's fair, right? A lot of people say, oh, I just can't be consistent. I wish I was consistent. I'm never consistent. I really need to do that. Consistency has to be practiced before it is a habit and routine. It's quite funny because a lot of people, when there's an incentive, they all of a sudden are stealth mode and they just get a little chaotic and a little, I gotta earn the incentive and I gotta hustle and I gotta do this. And I just kind of go, weren't you doing that all year long? And it baffles me because I think the only time I really hustled was when I wanted that second ticket to take Chloe to Australia. And I was fine with the one ticket because Earl was dying and was in the hospital and all those things. But then I was like, wait, no, I want to do this for her because she needed a vacation. So then I had to up it a little bit because I hadn't been. I've been going through some stuff. So I was just fine plotting along. But basically, my job every single day is the same job. It's the same job. I have to book, I have to sell, and I have to sponsor. That's it. That's my job. Why are we making this so much more complicated? If you haven't watched my video in the United We Rise group about Keep It Simple, Learn How to Kiss, I talk about simplicity and how people make everything's they are. Gift from Jacqueline Roy. I wish I could get like 100 more pair. See, squirrel. So consistency has never been a strong point. And that's why I told you about how people said it. My grandparents said I used to quit and not finish anything and I was lazy and all those things. So consistency has never been something I'm good at. Let's just put that. It's not a natural thing. However, I do like routine. Like I said, when Jacqueline asked me to do this today and she asked me that yesterday, I was like, oh, okay, because that was really quick. So, but I will say yes to Jack because I love her dearly. And it's always a really cool opportunity to have this. So thank you for asking me. All right. So just to kind of get on the track of things, I want you guys to think about consistency. I want you to think about consistency in everything because I think the word consistency to a lot of Scentsy consultants means you have to work so hard all the time. 24/7, you gotta be open. You have to be doing this. You have to be doing that. And I don't have time for that. And that's not why I joined Scentsy. But then you also say things like, I don't think I can do it. And I'll never earn a trip. And I just don't have time. And I just broke up with my boyfriend. And I'm getting a divorce. And that's how I feel lately. That's how I feel everybody's sounding. That's just my interpretation. Because it's just coming all the time. And I'm just like, I literally don't even have to think anymore about what I have to do every day. Like, people go, oh, what are you doing today? I'm like, same thing I did yesterday. I remember Earl used to ask me that. He's like, what you got planned today? I'm like, same thing I did yesterday. Book, sell, recruit. So somehow people have made this really complicated. It's not. And Orville, oh, good. I can't look. I'm going to come back to comments or I'm going to get totally off, but I'll come back because I just saw something funny. Orville did a talk, and I can't remember where he did it, about a merry-go-round. You know the merry-go-rounds that you have at the parks, and they've got the little like bed arch-shaped pole and the disc, and you hold on to the pole and you run and you run and you round and you run, and once it's getting a good speed and you're about to die, basically you hop on and then you go woo, right? And it's so fun and so making you dizzy. And then it starts to slow down and you're like, oh shit. And you take your foot and you push and you push and you keep it going and you keep it going. And maybe somebody else puts their foot down and pushes and pushes. Or if you're an only child like me, you do all the work. Okay? Okay. Or you, hopefully your mom goes whoosh and helps push. Whoosh. When Orville talked about the merry-go-round, I thought it was the most incredible analogy, right? When I started Scentsy, I hadn't tried Scentsy, I hadn't heard of Scentsy, I hadn't seen it, I hadn't felt it, my kit hadn't arrived, but I attended a call on the first day within 12 hours of joining, and Jacqueline did a booking blitz. And I was like, I don't know what the hell it is, I don't know what I'm doing, I've never seen a Scentsy party, I don't even know what the product's like, blah, 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 blah. But she says, do this, so I'll go do it. I booked 8 parties. because I knew that if I worked hard for at least 1 year, that I could have an incredible foundation of a business. I just knew that. Did I know it was going to do all the things it's done? Hell no, right? Never in my wildest dreams. So, the idea is that you have to get it going. So say you're doing this right now. You're doing the running around the merry-go-round. You're running. You're picking up speed. You're doing more events. You're selling more product. You're talking about the opportunity more because you need to have the opportunity shared to get your ass on the boat, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so, and then you hop on and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to level 1. I got my registration. You need to keep putting your foot down and you need to keep going. You need to keep putting some energy in. But you don't have to do it all in one push. You just push every day, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. And you do it all year long. Even during the holidays, even during your vacation. And when I say that, I don't mean don't have a vacation. I mean, you need to have things put in place before Christmas and after Christmas, and before your holiday and after your holiday, so that you can actually relax during those times and know that your business is solid before and after. Fucking garbage truck. Are you kidding me? I swear. It is literally 3 o'clock in the afternoon here on Wednesday. So stuff happens during the day. So hopefully you can hear me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go shut the door if it gets a little bit too ridiculous. Let me know if it's really loud. Let me know. I will shut the door because all my doors are open. Far out, right? Okay. I want you to think about consistent. I'm glad you're finding humor in this. I'm just like, oh, somebody shoot me. I actually was going to put a sign on my door that says videoing in progress. Shut up, but I didn't. Because some people tend to just rock on up. Oh, it's not my everyday life. It's just when I go live. Cue my cat at some point. She will come. All right. Squirrel. I wish I was really poised, but I'm not. This is what happens when you give me 1 day, Jack. This is what happens when you give me 1 day. Okay. Yes, the birds are lovely. They're consistent, correct. Okay. I want you to think about things in your life. I'm swiping this so that I completely don't lose my track. It's bad enough the sound's going on. I want you to think about things in your life that you're consistent about. Because those of you that are like, oh, I'm not consistent. You are consistent. Let's hope so when I tell you these things, right? Let's talk about dental care. Let's say, it's like stereo. Let's say you never brush your teeth, or you brush your teeth once a year. Maybe use a mouthwash here and there. You maybe go to the dentist every 6 years because you're not consistent. Do you get different results? Is that getting closer? You know what's really weird? Total squirrel moment. Is that horses walk up and down our street. All this stuff walks up and down our street. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. But anyway. For the love of everything holy. For the love of Dwayne Johnson. You too can be a Scentsy director. Woo! All right. So your dental care. You have to brush your teeth every day. At least once a day. Flossing. If you don't floss every day, your dentist knows you haven't been consistent. And then you get yelled at. I'm better now. I'm probably the best at flossing now. Can't answer that right now, Cynthia. I have to focus. Let's talk about going to work. You are offered a full-time job, great salary, vacation, paid time off, dental, health benefits, blah, blah, blah. But you just kind of show up when you feel like it. Oh, it's hard. I don't feel like it. Think you're going to get paid? Think they're going to keep you? If I can get through this fast enough, I'll take you outside. Just hold on. Let's talk about parenting or training a pet. This could be child or pet. They poop somewhere where they're not supposed to poop, or you want to train them to poop in a certain place. You think once a year going, no, you have to poop here, is going to do it? Or do you think you're going to have to be consistent, right? Let's talk about getting healthy, fit, and strong. You think eating some extra vegetables twice a year and, going for a walk every 6 months is going to get you there? Probably not. What about gardening? You plant a seed and then you just never look at it or touch it or do anything with it ever again. Now, I am not a gardener, so I bet there's something that would grow, but not for me. Not for me. Focus, people. You cannot be that. You cannot. So remember, and I'm going to say this real quick, all those things that I just mentioned, gardening, dental care, even the parenting and the going to work are pretty time consuming, but your health, gardening, and dental care are really things that take about this much time in 24 hours, like just a sliver of your time. But if they're done consistently, they actually create amazing results. And I think that's a thing you have to remember with your Scentsy business is I am definitely at heart an all or nothing person. You can ask my best friends, I am black and white. My gray area is almost obsolete. I tolerate or I don't tolerate. I like or I don't like. There's not much that I'm in the gray area about. And my business, I think I used to run a little bit that way. No, I always have to be on. I always have to be on. I always have to be on. I always have to be open. I always have to answer. I have to do everything right now. Right now. Thank you, Katrina Mott. Nice to see you here. Katrina Mott knows. Katrina Mott knows. Katrina Mott knows all of the Patty. I've slept with Katrina Mott. I've slept with Karma. Look at all the people I've slept with down here. Anyway, whole nother subject. Okay. And when I say sleep, I mean sleep. Okay. I really talk to my team about 15 minutes a day. One thing I learned, oh my God, it's thundering. It never thunders here. We don't have humidity. This is a train wreck, y'all. This is a train wreck. Choo-choo, all aboard. Wonder Express. Here we go. Far out. Excuse my language. This is just unbelievable. I've never drank, but I think I might drink today. Okay. Fuck. I'm like, what is that? Whew. Jacqueline's regretting her decision now. She's like, let me edit that post about amazing. Oh, God. Okay. Seriously, if I can do this business, y'all can do this business. Welcome to my life. Okay. 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day. The more little chunks. I had to learn about chunking when I had my back operations and when I was recovering, because I'm an all or nothing person. So I go hard and I on days you feel good, you do all the cleaning, you change the bedding, you do all these things, and then the next 3 days I couldn't walk, right? And she's like, you need to stop. You need to start doing, just do this and then rest, and just do this and then rest. And it has changed my life because I've learned to chunk, because I do have fibro and chronic fatigue. So I do have to chunk. Be kind to yourself and know what your boundaries are, but also know that everything is like a muscle. And the more you practice and you work it and you condition it, and it becomes a habit, the easier it gets. It will become easier, right? I'm going to tell you, I am a prize and recognition whore. Dan Orchard hates it when I say that word because I say it a lot. Because I am. I love prizes. I love trips. I love thunder. Oh my God. So when I got my consultant guide, oh man, my eye makeup's going to be ruined for a whole nother reason. When I got my consultant guide, I actually slept with it. I really did. I put it on the pillow next to me. But I went straight to the prize section. Straight to the prize section. It's actually getting darker too. And I went, ooh, I can earn charms. That was my motivation. I think to be consistent, you have to know your why. He did make my warmer blink on my desk before, and I went, knock it off. And he did play a weird song the other day, or last night, and I went, stop it. So anyway, stop. This is like a Anna Nicole bad movie. Okay. For those of you youngins, you might not know who that is. Anyway, I think consistency also comes down to knowing what your why is. I'm gonna. And if you haven't quite identified your why, find something that just excites you a little bit, that makes you feel like, ooh, that's nice. And pay attention to where your FOMO is and what you're jealous of with other people. Because when you have FOMO and when you're jealous and you look at people and you have that little, oh, I wish I could do that. That's something. That's something you need to pay attention to, because it is something you want. So pay attention to that. Know that you do want that. Is it scary sometimes to want big, scary goals? Absolutely. But it's okay, because whoever your sponsor is or your director, whoever you go to for support, if you tell them and communicate with them, they will hold you and guide you and lift you up and believe in you until you can do it yourself. None of this stuff is hard. This business is simple. Do I dare say earning a trip isn't hard? That one I might get backlash for, but whatever. Who cares at this point? It's the same work. It's the same work. I do the same work today that I did when I was a certified consultant. I do the same work today that I did as a lead consultant. I do the same work today as I did as a star and as a superstar consultant. It's the same job. But you're building like this thunder. You are building. So charms were my thing. So these are, I had to do 2 necklaces so I can wear them. But my focus was always the 2000 charm. Now we have new charms. Where are they? Oh, I haven't got all the new ones yet. But the 2000 charms, great. So if I get 2000 PRV a month, that means I get a charm, but I also get an extra 5%. Now, the men in your life, like Earl was really excited about the money. I was excited about the charms. Charms are everything to me in this business. I love charms. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now there's kids. After school, welcome. Okay. This is the worst video I've ever done, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. But those were my little points. What can I do to get a charm? What can I do to get a charm? What can I do to get a charm? Earl, on the other hand, would be like, who cares? What's your paycheck going to be? What's your paycheck going to be? And I finally told him, I said, you should like my charms. Because when the charms come, the money comes. When the charms aren't coming, there ain't no money coming. That's how and it's true. And it is and it isn't true for different things. But the reason why I wear these when I present, Jesus, it's getting loud. The reason why I wear these is because it's like my resume. I'm consistent. This is consistency. Nothing else, just consistency. I started with a kit, just like you. You probably even know more. Most people come in as a customer because they love the product. I didn't even know that. So just saying. All right. So do you all understand what I mean about consistency? It doesn't mean you have to dedicate 24/7 to your business, especially if this isn't your main gig. I get it. But just a sliver of time. Do you know I do my Amy follow-ups on the Sell with Amy app? If you don't have that, y'all just go get that. I do it on the toilet in the morning. You don't have to think. You just press send. Take it. Do your Amy's while you're taking a dump in the morning. Have it done. Done. Go to the toilet and then you're free to do whatever else. When you're sitting in the car going to pick up, just be consistent. Be consistent. Okay. So I wrote down tips on, I'm glad you all like that. Seriously. I know Americans, we all have like bookcases pretty much in our bathrooms. They don't do that over here. It's really funny because I'm like, where's the reading material? So you do your Amy's. Oh, girl, Barbara, they have videos and have somebody show you. All right, here's some questions and I'm just going to run through them. What time is it, for God's sakes? Okay. Hey, I'm not doing too bad. Even with all the chaos. Are you consistently thinking about the upsell for them? I believe as Americans, at least my day and age, we were trained when we got our first jobs how to upsell. When I applied for jobs here, they always went, we can tell you're American because you just sold us 3 extra things that we didn't come in for. I went, well, isn't that the job? One of the worst things that people think is that they're being pushy or they don't want to do this and they don't want to come across because they care what everybody thinks. Y'all that know me know I'm a huge screw your full what, fear of what others think. And when you are in that, I don't want to do that, you are thinking about yourself. You are not thinking about that customer. Because I will tell you right now, somebody can order that's never dealt with Scentsy. Somebody can come to my party and put, oh, I really like that warmer. And they put the warmer down, but you don't actually go through their order form really well. You just kind of, or you just write it down, but you don't want to be pushy. So what if they didn't order wax? Don't assume they have wax. Say, did you need some wax with that? Or I always say, let me look at your like it, love it sheet. What scents should we pick out to go with that? Because what if she doesn't and you didn't ask? She's going to go home and she can't freaking use it. Well, she can for light, but not for scent, right? One thing I always learned is when you, like I worked at an office supply place, and if somebody comes in and buys a printer and somebody at the counter doesn't notice there's no paper with the print, like, do you need a ream of paper? Or do you need some ink? And they get home with their printer and they go, oh crap, I didn't buy any paper. You just did a disservice to that customer, and that is bad customer service, even though you didn't want to be pushy. You've just made their life more difficult. And that's not what customer service is. So take your brain and your faux watt and remove it. And think about the customer consistently. Consistently. Oh, I heard you mention while we were doing the party that your dog's really smelly. Can I suggest, can I suggest the pet spray? It's getting dark. Are you keeping everyone in the loop about their orders? Set the expectation and consistent proactive communication. I make a Facebook event for all my Scentsy parties. Usually they're on my business page, but some want to do them privately that are my regulars. Stop it, Erin. People want to know that they gave you their money. Where's their money? Have you ordered the product? When's it supposed to come? How long are they waiting for it? Does it come straight to them? When does it arrive? I'm glad you guys are finding this humorous, because you're not paying attention to what I'm saying either. You're paying attention to the dogs. When the order's here, do you let them know, hey, your order's here, I'll be wrapping it today and I'll be delivering it on this day to so-and-so? Now, the other thing I do, because I don't trust people to do my job, is I post in the events, hey, all your goodies have been dropped off with hostess. She'll be contacting you shortly to set up a time to deliver them or for you to pick them up. I did my job, not my problem if she hasn't done hers, but they know it's not me, right? You guys are killing me. All right. Are you consistent in your follow-up after they receive their orders? Are you too afraid to follow up with people afterwards going, hey, is everything working as I promised? Are you enjoying the scents? Great. Or, oh, I haven't tried it yet. Or, oh, I can't get it to work. Or, oh, hey, this is a big one. My diffuser doesn't have colored lights. It only has the plain one. This is another chance for service. Stop being afraid of the objections you might hear or the complaints you might get, because I'll tell you what, life lesson, the people that tend to be picky and complain a lot, if you can deal with them and you can make them happy, they will be yours forever. Because ain't nobody else gonna put up with your shit. To put it simple. But you're doing the job, you're giving them the attention that they obviously want, and you're making sure that they are getting the best use out of the products. Are you consistently placing party orders? Let's just talk about that. So that for us, we don't have free shipping here in New Zealand. So this is different depending on where you are in the world. But I will tell you right now that I have people that I know that only place orders once every 4 months. And they know, and some of their people know that. And they want something now, but they don't want to pay the extra shipping. So they contact me and say, when's your order going in? Because everybody knows I have at least one order going in pretty much every week. But even if you had one once a month or once every other week, that would be okay too. Just saying. The other thing that I'm really consistent about is when I have customers that live about an hour and a half away. And when one of them places an order, I contact all of them and say, hey, I just had somebody in your area place an order. Do you guys need anything? Because I'm going to be in that area anyway, so I can save you on some shipping that way. Because I have a lot of customers all over the place. Are you consistently handing out samples to strangers? This is a Jacqueline Roy thing. Being intentional about being prepared when you leave the house, so you consistently plant seeds and water them until they bloom. You have to be consistently growing your customer base. You have to be consistently, do I dare say, talking to people. I feel like I need to turn the light on. Talking to people and being friendly and smiling at people, because it is your brand. If resting bitch face is your brand, that's going to have different results than, the smiling. Oh, she's always lovely. Oh, she always holds the door open for me. Oh, that lovely lady helped me get something off the top shelf. Story of my life. Always, always, always be your best self when you're out and about. Be aware of what your face is doing consistently. And that takes practice, because I had to learn that. Do you have consistent action on your calendar? I highly believe in small calendars. This has been a major tool in my business. I cross off consistently the days that I can't work, and I pass this around at parties and say, just put your name and the time when you'd like your party. They know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, consistently, I don't do work. This is technically my day off. You're welcome, Jacqueline. But it's all the way through. I schedule my team events a year in advance so that even though they may not take it seriously and do the same, I do, because I'm doing it for them. And I don't believe that you ditch people or you treat your business as a, I'll see what else better comes along and then decide. I've never been that person. Do you like your business? Do you want more? Then you show up consistently. So that's all in there. And I have the next year's already ready to go. This is all people need to see. They don't need to see, they can't think when you just show them your phone, or you shouldn't have to show them your phone. Most people are tactile, so just having a small calendar, and this goes in my bag when I'm out and about during the day, because I might get somebody that goes, hey, because yes, it does happen to me. Hey, can you do a party for me? I'm thinking about having a party. Great. Weekday or weekend? Oh, I'm thinking about a Friday night. Great. This month or next month? Probably the beginning of next month. Great. I have Friday the 1st or Friday the 8th. Which one works best for you? Be consistent. Everybody knows. My customers know. My customers know that I tag my catalogs. I talked about, if I can find one that's tagged now, because they're all over the show. I was putting together bag parties last night. My customers know that they get a catalog. My customers know that they get a like it, love it sheet. Everybody knows, because it's like training them. When people are trained, they feel more comfortable, and the loyalty is differently, and they know what they're getting. They know what to expect. They know what your habits are. They know your routine. They know if they want to know things first, they're either in my VIP group or my Facebook business page. If they want to know it second, they're on an email list, and they're on my Instagram and now TikTok. So it's very beneficial to be consistent, because it builds trust. And when you have trust, people like you. And when people like and trust you, they do business with you. And when you are openly, consistently communicating with them and letting them know what their money has done, and if their order is on time, again, it builds trust. Consistently work for prizes and charms or whatever excites you. Consistently go live. This one's one that I know everybody struggles with because of your FOWOT issues. And I probably am not consistent enough in it, but I do know that when new product comes out, I try to go. That's at least consistent with me, that I go live. It doesn't matter what your hair looks like. It doesn't matter with your makeup, because if people are not buying stuff because of how you look, fuck them. That's what I say about that. Let's talk about recruiting. Let me say, more times than not, sponsoring a new teamie is a layering process. It's being consistent in everything I just spoke about, plus your energy in your posts on social media, your enthusiasm, your activity and engagement in your business, your recognition. Show it all off, from postcards to charms to special emails to whatever. Show it all and be consistent. The vibe at your events or at your parties, when I ask people why, because people always go, how do you get so many parties? And I said, I don't know. Like, I can't explain it. But when I ask my customers, why do you book multiple parties with me? And they say, because you're fun. Now, I look like fun, but I'm a big Nana, people. But I go into every party treating it like this is my stand-up set. I'm a stand-up comedian who happens to have smelly stuff. If I can make one person laugh, I've done my job. I don't care if you buy anything or not, please buy something. But if you don't and I made you laugh, I'm okay. That's it. That's how I go into every appointment. And even one order for one scent circle was one more order than I had yesterday. Be consistently grateful for every positive little step you take forward in your business. They don't all have to be trip recognition. Be consistent about all the good things, because most people, when they work for other people, get recognized for all the things they do wrong. They don't get happy mail. They don't get shout outs. They don't get appreciated. They don't get responsibilities in their team page. They get nothing except for shitty pay and bad recognition. Or they work somewhere for 25 years and get a watch that's not even like 50 cent worthy. I had earned my first free trip in 3 months with Scentsy. Not that I've ever worked anywhere for longer than a year, maybe. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Be consistent with your calendar. If your calendar is blank and they never see you doing anything, some will think it doesn't work. And by it, I mean Scentsy. They just don't realize, no, Scentsy works, you don't. Because that's the choice that you make. Be consistent at relationship building. This was a really great lesson I learned from Katie Farner. You know me and my Katie Farner issues. I am an introvert. I don't like to leave my house. I don't like to go anywhere. I try not to people as much as possible. However, I also know that that is not good for business. So how else can I build relationships in my pajamas in my noisy neighborhood? I swear it's usually, but yes, we're not used to thunder here. We get thunder here maybe once or twice a year max. So it's crazy. Mother Nature ain't happy, people. Stop eating meat. All right, that's a whole nother thing. Katie Farner said, pick 5 people a week. Now, I add all my customers and all my hosts as friends on Facebook. Everything I post is public because I believe that if you don't want everybody to see it, you shouldn't be putting it on Facebook anyway. Period. End of story. Not just friends. Period. If you wouldn't want everybody in the world to see it, it shouldn't go there. And I have gotten some amazing, amazing customers just because of the way Facebook algorithms work, because it's all public. It's just being noisy. So Katie said, pick 5 people a week and make sure that you engage with their posts. I think that's a minimum, because you don't want to consistently be the person that's throwing up crap on your feed. Scentsy, 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 me, I, and not having any value or inspiration to anybody else that's looking. And you aren't actually engaging with other people. It makes you look selfish, narcissistic, and self-absorbed. Sorry, but not sorry. Take an interest in people's lives. Everybody knows I don't like children, but I'll tell you what, when there's a cute one, or I tend to notice things in the photo or the clothes or whatever, compliment, engage. Oh my God, that's a beautiful dress. Oh, that looks like a lovely vacation. Oh, what did you buy there? Because they're holding bags on their trips. Engage. Build the relationship on social media. Say thank you to everybody and not just a blanket statement. It helps your algorithms. I'm just going to say that. Consistently say thank you. Consistently give people compliments. Consistently bring value to whatever you're posting. I've learned that there's certain things that I do well and that people respond to. People know, if they know me at all, they know I like to swear. They know I like brown men with muscles and tattoos or not, whatever. They know I love animals. They know I'm allergic to children, and they know that I am vegetarian / headed towards vegan. They know that I'm actually, without sounding like a pompous ass, I am quite wise because of all the things I've been through and because I know who I am and I'm self-assured of who I am. I'm not Yoda, but I have been called Yoda. And I owe my oneness thanks to Oprah. She's my queen. So whatever your thing is, I know some people have horses. That's a big thing of a life. I know some people have kids, but it's also part of what their where you go with your kids, what you have your kids do. Do you have your kids volunteer? Are you a volunteer? I volunteer. That gets me a whole different kind of connection with people, but it also brings something to my soul. And it also allows me to share, to get more people involved in volunteering. How can you use your post to bring value and create positive change, not just in your business, but in your life and in other people's lives, right? Your team recognition. Be consistent with your team recognition on social media. I know not everybody can do postcards, and I get that because I had to wait a while before I could do postcards. But be consistent at shouting out your team and recognize things. First orders, getting active, 500 PRV by the 15th of the month. Everybody pretty much knows on the Wednesday at the latest. And I usually schedule, I stay up late on the first Tuesday of the month or the first Monday night of the month. And I make all the posts and I schedule them 5 minutes apart. It takes about an hour and 5 minutes. And every 5 minutes, Tuesday morning, they will automatically post. Every single month, all the time. Because I sleep till 11:30, but I know they're up. So they can have fun with it and congratulate each other and things like that. You can take a screenshot of who's engaging the most in your team page because they are the most valuable to your business sometimes. Even if they're not bringing in the numbers, they're bringing in engagement on your team page. Your sponsors, your directors, your leaders need you to engage in your team page consistently. It's not oh, hey, I'm just stopping in for a second and asking a question that we've been talking about for 2 days. Sorry, not sorry. Are you consistent in talking to people about Scentsy? Do you follow up? Are you handing out at least 10 to 12 join packets every single month? Also from Jacqueline Roy, thank you. She trained me early. Are you consistently using every single party order to find someone for the host kit? Consistently. Hey, I have a kit. I thought you might want to open your own account. You spend so much. You and your friends just have to place an order every 4 months and you're sweet. I have a consultant kit here for blah, because depending on what country you're in, or it's free, or whatever you want to say. Every single 200 PRV order you have going in has a hostess kit attached to it. Even if the host at your party doesn't want it, it's still there, but she can still have her host stuff. Who can you offer it to? Think outside your box. That didn't sound good. Sorry, all you dirty-minded people. Think outside the box. The box. Right? So, are you consistent in your new teamie onboarding? Meaning, when they join, do you have a system in place? Or do you freak out? Scentsy used to have a sheet, and I still have it in my computer and in my team page, how to help your teamies for the first 70 days. Now you guys have so many amazing things to help you that we didn't have. But I tell you what, if you break it down, everybody's going to be different, but you kind of know, like, it's very automatic for me. However, saying that, I do like to give my new teamies a lot of attention, especially in the first 30 days. So more than 3 to 4 teamies a month stresses me out. I can do it. And I hope to God there's some good self-sufficient, self-motivated people in there that I don't have to handhold. But for the most part, I assume I'm going to have to, at least for the first couple of weeks. So, You know, think about it. If you need help in the area, you want to build a team, but you feel stressed out like that, again, talk to your sponsor. Reach up and say, can you help me come up with something? Like, what's your process for doing this? Could be text, could be an email. It could be just follow up on certain days. It could be a packet that you send them. It could be whatever you want it to be, right? The other thing is, this came up, are you consistent in communicating with your team members? Now, Amy has changed my communication with my team in a good way. Because what I found is the ones that really engage on my team page consistently are fine and we can communicate. But the ones that are quiet and kind of missing, those Amy follow-ups for your team, because now it syncs with your team, has opened up communication with kind of my non-rock stars. That coaching, if they don't do phone coaching with me, that text coaching has really changed my team business. It's been amazing. And I'm so grateful for it, because it was something that I felt like I wasn't good enough at. And I always feel like I'm not doing enough for my team. And I always feel like I want to do better with my team stuff. And I always wish I had Oprah's money for my team stuff, because man, we would do some things, but I don't. So the rule of thumb, oh, that was lightning. So the rule of thumb is, if don't do for one what you can't do for 100. Okay. If you need help with the process, ask somebody to help you. Not in a whiny voice, like, I really need to perfect this. I really want to build a team, and I want to make sure that they don't feel like a freaking drive-through window at McDonald's. Hey, you signed up. Great. Good luck. Bye. Have a nice day. Somebody just said this I said, what's your team up to? You know, who's got what going on? Oh yeah, I talk to her all the time. I said, so what's going on? Like, where is she with her business? What does she have? And she goes, oh. I said, you talk to her because she's your friend, but you're talking to her about life stuff. And while that's important, your job as her leader and her sponsor is to talk to her about her business. Now, everybody knows my coaching calls start out business, and then if we want to hang on a little bit, we'll hang out and talk about life. But I have to remove the hat. First we get director hat, and then we take director hat off when we got that all done, and then we can have friend hat. Not everybody needs that. Not everybody wants that. But there's certain people that like that communication with you. So just saying, don't forget to talk about the important things that's going to keep them on track to help them reach their goals. Okay? Okay. Be consistent on your get-togethers with, this is something I also hear from a lot of people. Where are we? Okay. Be consistent on your training. You're either sharing it, providing it, going to it. Be consistent with attending events, because they create leaders and they create community and they create a family. Your team is a family. And if you don't have a team yet, you need to attend things so that you feel all the things that Scentsy provides if you allow it to. It's raining now. The other thing is, as leaders, you still need to be consistent with everything without the expectation of anyone or anything appreciating, saying thank you, or attending because you put it on. My team knows that we have a team event every month. We know that there is events. We know I am consistent. Whether one person comes or 18 people come, I will be there. I always bring work along just in case nobody else shows up, because I committed to it. And again, I don't believe in, well, I'll see it in case something better comes along. I don't do that. That's not how I treat my team. I show up. I send out, this month it'll be a little expensive, but it's okay. I send out happy mail with confetti and postcards and charms every month to every other month. Sometimes my charm mailings and my postcard mailings get a little swampy, but they know they're going to get them. nothing pissed me off more than, sadly, than one of my leaders, not Jacqueline, who sent me one postcard once. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not, don't. Don't start shit and don't finish it, you know, like my grandpa said. I am not a quitter, but I am consistent, because I've even had team members go, you don't have to send me those because I just throw them away. And I was like, nope, I'm going to send them, because I never want someone to come back and say, well, she never sent me anything. Because those people that bitch and moan and complain and say things like that, they're the type of people that would come back and say those horrible things. Nope, I'm going to do my job. Nope, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do what I need to do. Same thing with booking, same thing with offering the opportunity. I'm doing my job. No matter what the answer is, no matter what the response is, I still have to do the sharing. That's my job. Same thing with team. I still have to provide the thing and the space and the environment or the culture for my team and the expectations, right? Okay. Okay, last page. Are you consistent with your availability? This is where people think the all or nothing thing. Set boundaries. Wednesday is my day off, but I can switch it around if I need to, but I try to make it Wednesdays because I party Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday if I can. And when I did a booking video on YouTube, but if you be consistent with what you tell your family. Your husband or partner or wife or whatever doesn't want to be replaced by Scentsy. If you are not consistently having date night, time for them, and making time to make sure that they don't feel like they just took a back seat in your life, you make time consistently. The other thing is for you to get the respect and the support that you need. Not always, because we can't control people, but it sure helps when you say, I'm working my Scentsy business Tuesday nights for my team. I'll be busy for about an hour or two, or an hour, or whatever the heck you want to say. And then I'm going to do a party on a Saturday twice a month and a Friday night twice a month. If that's where your calendar looks like, you need to figure out that first of all. But if you don't have something booked on that Friday and that Saturday, you don't get to sit on the couch and eat bonbons. You've already told your family that that is work time. So guess what? If there's nothing booked, it's work time. You need to go get yourself some bookings. You need to go talk to people about joining. You need to set up events. You need to do something. But you do not get to take off just because there's nothing there. Because if you don't respect it, your boundaries and your business hours and your availability and your plan, your family, and definitely your man, will not either. Oh, it's just a phase. Oh, she doesn't really care that much about it. Oh, it's just something new she's doing. Oh, she's just wasting money. She just keeps spending money. I don't spend money on Scentsy. Ask my team. I don't buy Scentsy. I get it for free at half price or not at all. Or I go to events. That's how I get it. I said I very, very rarely ever. I bought Stitch because Stitch is my favorite. But Orvalo says don't spend family money on Scentsy. Spend Scentsy money on family. But if you don't respect it and you're not consistent with what, one of the things that I struggle with is anybody that doesn't do what they say they're going to do. Again, black and white. Don't say you're going to do it and don't do it. Don't be blowing smoke up my skirt. Unless you're Scottish and I can blow it up yours. All right. Anyway. Are you consistent in your mission, vision, and branding? Do you know what you want from your business? Does your team know what you want from your business? If you aren't feeling the connection, reach out. If somebody reaches out to you and that's a Scentsy consultant, stop thinking that they're competition and stop being a bitch about it and go, I'd love to get together for a coffee. Maybe we can do things together. We are not a bitchy culture unless you choose to make it that way. And there are some icky people, of course, because it's a people business. But if somebody's feeling lonely, you either need to inject yourself with another team. I have adoptees in my team page. They have to go through an interview with me to get into that team page because I don't want to jeopardize my relationship with other directors or other people, because a lot of people complain that they don't have the support. And honestly, they're not talking, they're not communicating, they're not engaging, they're not intending anything. They're not talking. They're expecting us to chase them down to try to help them. No. We cannot. Like, I think Jacqueline has something like, I don't know, 6,000 something people. Do you think she's going to chase everybody down and go, hi, do you need anything? Can I hold your hand? What are you doing today? Do you think she wants to do that? One of us, one of you, but also thousands and hundreds of you. Stop expecting everybody to chase your ass down. We don't know. If you're quiet, we think you want to be quiet. You want to hide? You hide. You want to reach out and get some connection? We will help you with that. But you have to say it. Have a clear vision. I've always known what my vision is. I've never wavered on it. I'm very consistent on my team page on what I tolerate, what I don't tolerate, what I delete immediately, who is or isn't allowed. I have a vision and I have clarity. Make sure you have that, and make sure your team knows what that is and your leaders know what that is, so that they can make sure that they're training people as well. Are you consistent in adding value, ideas, and inspiration to your team page or to your team? If you did something this week and it worked really, really well, share it on the team page. Please share things consistently, because you will inspire others consistently. I ain't going outside now. It's going to ruin my hair, but I will take you in a second. Consistently attend everything. Attend everything. I've never not attended things because I feel like it's my job to attend it. How would it look if you didn't show up, but your team wanted to go? I think it looks piss poor. So that's just me. And consistently be learning. I am watching YouTube videos every single day. Still. And K.I.S.S is my new Jesus. Let me just tell you, OG boss babes, bringing the fire and bringing the truth. I am a huge K.I.S.S fangirl right now. Every time she does a video, I just applause and go, woo, while I walk through my house and listen. Because you can listen to training while you're on a walk. You can listen to it at the gym. You can listen to it while making dinner. You can listen to it in bed. You can listen to it while doing your team postcards. You can always be filling your mind consistently with good things. You have podcasts. You have SoundCloud. You have YouTube. You have Training Center. You have I think I said podcasts already. You have audible.com. You have so many places to make yourself and your mind more consistently positive, better, stronger, braver, more confident if you just do the work. Slivers of time. Slivers of time. Doesn't have to be an 8-hour stretch of stuff. Stop thinking that. Sliver today, sliver tomorrow. Work it out. All right. Final thoughts. Here's what you don't want to be consistent in. Whining, moaning, and complaining posts on social media and conversations with other people. I wasn't lying before. I feel like everybody's going, ah. That's what I hear. Wah, 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 wah. Remember Charlie Brown? Wah, 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 wah. Excuses. Stop being consistent in excuses. You might think they are reasons, but I assure you, I have seen and heard of people in worse and busier lives than you that are making shit happen. Excuses. Knock it off. Signing people up and ignoring them or throwing them in the deep end and expecting your sponsor to fix it or to deal with them or to take care of them is bullshit. Chloe Cox, she said it. Not okay. Did you know, hopefully the directors don't all kill me. Do you know that you can be a non-sponsoring consultant if you literally don't care about other people and you don't want to be a helping hand and help change people's lives in that way? You can actually contact Scentsy and say, I don't want to be a sponsoring consultant, and they will take the join button off of your PWS. We have 2 on our team. I don't play. Take care of people that you promised to take care of because they chose you, they trusted you, they want to take this journey with you. Be humbled and be honored and respect that consistently. Stop being consistent and asking your customers to buy stuff because you need to be active, because you need this, because you need that. It is okay, maybe once, for sure once a year. Usually there's a big goal involved. Possibly twice, but twice is even sticky. Do not keep saying, I need people, I need to do this, can you please order something? Stop it. Stop. Again, once in a while, and when you're new, there's certain exceptions to that. There is a gray area. People that have been in a while, 4 months, let's just say, no. I see people post month after month after month after month. I need to place an order. I could really use your help. You are thinking about you and not from them. Stop consistently begging. It's ugly, it's tacky, and it is not going to help your business. Stop being consistent and taking days to respond to people. 24 hours max should be your response. And I'm saying even with your team, most of the things they can find themselves. So if you want to take 24 hours to reply to your team, do it. You have my permission. You have Scott Watson's permission because Scott taught me that. So thank you, Scott and Alexandra. But your customers need to be responded to. Doesn't mean you have to do it right away. But one thing I learned from Jacqueline is that she checks her messages in the morning when she gets up and before she goes to bed. If I get a response from her, it's going to be at one of those 2 times. If I need her urgently, I know how to reach her. But honestly, you don't need to be a slave to your phone, but you do need to have some respect and treat for your business and for that person consistently. Okay? Set at least 1 time a day to respond to your messages. Once a day. I turn all notifications off and I tend to them when I can. Do not be consistent in not having a goal, a vision, a why, or a direction of where you want to go, because you won't last. You will not last. You will think Scentsy didn't work for you. It's like a diet where you keep eating Twinkies, but you say it didn't work for you. It's the same kind of idea. You get what you put in. Stop being consistent and taking the easy way out and working on days that you feel like it. This means every single day, even days where I'm in severe pain and I'm on the couch, I plug my phone in with an extension cord and I lay down on the couch and I still text people. I still communicate. I still engage. I still do my job, even if it's just 15 minutes. Stop caring what people think consistently. It is prison for your brain, for your soul, for everything. It will stagnate your life. Stop caring what everybody thinks about how you look, about what you're doing, about what you bought, about. I don't freaking care what anybody thinks about my house, my car, my life, my hair, nothing. Free yourself. When you break that chain of caring what people think of you, you will soar and you will have peace, and you will be calmer, and you will have clarity, because the rest is noise and what you think people are thinking about, which probably isn't halfway true. Stop being consistent in inaction. Take action, and it will, and basically your fear starts to diminish. Feel the fear, but move forward and take action consistently. Again, even if it's 1 to 2 things a day, just keep going and keep moving forward consistently. And finally, stop being consistent and being busy. Busy is bullshit. Everybody's busy. Stop saying it. Just stop. You have a choice, and you always have choices. If you don't want to go to something, say, I'm not really interested. Thanks for the invite. You don't owe people an explanation. You think you do because you have FOWOT. Oh, I don't want them to be offended. Oh, I don't want them to not like me. Oh, I don't. Be consistent in who you are and what you want and your why and your vision. Oh, thank you. Don't be consistent and taking forever to place and deliver people's orders. Do I need to say anything else there? That is everything I wrote. That's not too bad in a little bit over an hour. Well, let's just say an hour because we just went all over the place. Okay. I'm going to quickly scroll back just to see if I missed anything. I can show you out my front door, but I'm not going outside. I'll go outside another day. You can friend me on Facebook and I'll go live. Hi, Louisiana, Ontario, Maryland, Missouri. Scrolling. Iowa, woohoo, Missouri, Newfoundland, nice. Best dog, not best dog, but you know, I have a thing for dogs. So when I see Newfie, I went woo, but I know it's a place too. Okay, hey, Aaron, Seattle. I am 47 and a half, almost. It's people always ask. First of all, I have really oily skin, so that helps. I also don't have children, and I can sleep whenever I want. I also don't go out in the sun, ever. I try to avoid it at all costs. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yes, Mendy. There'd be high expectations with that name, Mendy. Amy has helped me be more consistent, and it's also helped me not have people fall through the cracks. Because when I first started my business, for the first 2 years, I did 2 to 4 parties a week for at least a year or more. And people fell through the cracks. And I'm sure I lost a ton of people. Yes, my earrings. Aren't they awesome? Aren't they awesome? Jacqueline Roy, I need a whole stack of those, please, for my team. Carla, so many makeup videos out there. I really don't think I need to do a makeup video. Go find a little 12-year-old gay boy. They do amazing makeup. I got them as a prize. I think they were leader gifts for being one of her leaders. I also need 100 pair as well, Rachel. Thank you, Marcia. Oh, Carmi, that's what she tried, the head scratcher. Oh, those are amazing. I hope everybody enjoyed it. You should have done it on anybody that was walking down the street. That would have got you attention. True. Rachel Porter Thompson says, you sound like my trainer. I am actually a personal trainer as well. You sound like my trainer talking to me. Make yourself your own appointment and keep it. Right? So good. Love that. I'm glad you all laughed at my uncomfortableness. Oh, the gorgeous Jessica is here. Hey. Google New Zealand birds, Cynthia, because I'm not a nature girl. Okay, squirrel. Katrina. Oh, lightning. If I get electrocuted by taking you outside, it's your fault. Oh, I'm real, all right. Katrina, too late. Left the comments on, then I turned them off for a little while, then I turned them back on. I actually like to see the hearts and the comments to make sure that I'm connecting, because it's hard talking to yourself. Oh, sorry. People don't know what FOMO is, fear of missing out. So thank you for that. Who answered that? Yes, Mesa Mendoza. They do have a great group on Facebook, and there is a training portal through the app as well. Can we come up with an abbreviation for taking a dumb and Amy? I don't know what that means. Oh, dump and Amy. Oh, thank you about my make. Here's the deal. Use colors you would never think to use. I have yellow, green, a little bit of teal and pink, a pinky purple, and some white, and then green over the top of my black liner. When I use browns and things, it takes me so long to do my makeup. This takes me like 2 minutes or less. God, Erin. Erin, I hope you are this persistent in your business as you are on this video. Yeah. And that's a little tree. That's exactly right. Who said that? Andrea. I'm a mom. I can block out a lot of noise. At parties, when my parties get out of hand, I just stop and I just stand there and they all just look at me and I said, look, I did not have children, so I hear everything. I didn't get the gift of tuning things out. I don't have that because I didn't give birth. Samples, yes. Oh, that's really sweet. I should be sleeping, but what do you label in the catalogs? I feel like I need to turn the light on. Jessica Miller, if you're still there, do I need to turn the, where the hell did I put it now? See, I had it while I was talking to you. There it is. So I use whatever. I just picked this is a Jamie Sullins tip that I learned. And I've been doing it since I started because I thought it was brilliant. And then I tried not to do it in one party and I'll never not do it again. But I pick the colors depending on what works in my brain and what I connect with. Pink is the join page in the catalog because that's me. So that's my favorite part. So that sound really narcissistic, didn't it? The pink, Patty. Yellow always reminds me of sale signs kind of thing. Blue is laundry because we sell a shit ton of laundry here in New Zealand. It's probably one of my top things. Green for Go because Scentsy Go is my favorite product. So I sell a lot of Scentsy Go's because I am a big Scentsy Go fan. And orange, I hate the color orange and it's the kids tab. So you put that together. So that's where the toys are. So orange is kids. So that's why those are how and they're just little sticky like thingies like that. So every catalog gets tabbed, every single one, all the time, because I can consistently know what's on those pages. So when I follow up with customers and they say, hey, do you have, can you tell me about blah, blah, blah? I'm like, oh, do you have your catalog handy? Or they were at the party and something like that. I don't need to have a catalog at a party. I can say, okay, if you turn to your blue tab in your catalog, this is our laundry section. So, and I know exactly what's on every page. So I sound like I have my shit together when you all clearly know I don't. It's so clear now. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yay on your charm, Tamara. That one's always tricky with me. Tricky. I know, Andrea, that incentive warmer stuff. Woo. That's exactly right, Rebecca. Oh, my landlord's yelling now. Yeah, I'm still here even though you went to Walmart and came back. My mommy works at Walmart. It's spring here and it's turning to summer. So some will say, and the flowers are all blooming and things like that. So it is becoming quite pretty here in New Zealand. It's always pretty in New Zealand. Let's just say that. Elizabeth, if you can only afford certain months to do team mail, then I would do quarterly mail so that you're consistently doing every 4 months. Do a quarter, January, February, March. So do March mail for those 3 months. Figure out recognition for those 3 months. And then do March, April, May, June. Like, be consistent at when you're going to send them. And do that for a year. And then after a year, reevaluate and go, can I do it more often? Can I do it monthly? And the cat is here because now the cat's afraid. Does that make more sense? Don't do it sporadically because that's inconsistent. And the reason why I say that is because if all of a sudden people have come in and they think you're not doing something or that you didn't, like, oh, how come now she gets that, but I didn't get that? So make it something that you plan and you stick to for at least a year. And then you can just reevaluate. Did this work? Did it not work? Was it something I could afford? You know what your budget is, but go look at it. And I have team members in 3 different countries. So when I send team mail, what cost me $1.20 an envelope here to send cost me probably about, anytime I send things to my American teamies, it costs a lot. And even to Australia, it costs a pretty penny. So, but I don't want them ever to feel like I felt. If you're going to recruit in other countries, then take care of them. That's all I got to say about that before I get myself in trouble. That's right, Ray. This is going long. Exactly. Ruiz. There is support everywhere in Scentsy. It's sad that we cannot expect our sponsors to be it. We should be able to expect that, but we can't. So if you aren't getting, this is how I became Jacqueline's, kind of, sort of. I kept going to people and I wasn't getting what I knew I wanted and needed. So I went to the next line. They didn't give me what I wanted and needed. So I went to the next one. They didn't give me what I wanted and needed. Went to the next one. And she was very, very cautious and very tiptoey about it because she didn't want to step on the toes of other people. Because that's the other thing. As leaders, we have to make sure that we're still keeping those other relationships good as well. But it takes, there's 3 sides to every story. Side 1, side 2, and the real story. So you just have to be very diplomatic in how you process information before you react to things. She is the bomb. Boom. Apply. Oh, thanks, Mickey. blunt. That's me. Jimmy Tucker. Girl. Calling you girl. Girl. Put your business bustier on and boost your business, girl. I can talk that way to Jimmy. Thank you. Everybody go to World Tour, please. This is new what we're getting at World Tour. The fact that we're getting testers of LTOs that are coming in the future and we've never had that, that's pretty fucking amazing. Oh, now you care about me, Aaron? Okay, whatever. Oh, I think I'm getting to the end. Oh. Yay. Elise, I used to do fancy samples. I don't anymore. There is a wax sample in every warmer that goes out of my house, and there are bath samples. I go to the All About Samples Facebook page. It is the most amazing tool that we have as consultants, and I get everything from there, but I tend to just cut my wax into slices because I have a lot of orders. So, but yeah. Aw, Danielle, yay. She is amazing. Jacqueline is the person I go to when I want to explode, but I know I have to be a little bit more diplomatic and nicer in my words. I go, Jacqueline, this is what I want to say. Can you please Jacqueline, can you please jack it? Can you please jack it for me? Aw. This is the longest freaking video, but I'm glad you're still here. Aw. You can call me Kanye. Just kidding. Okay. That's the end of the questions. Let me see. I'm like, I think my house is... All right. This is my front yard. I have a very little beach batch by the house. By the beach. But... so you can't really see much, which is what I love, but it's raining. So there's all my Scentsy boxes. There you go. My Scentsy magnet. But can't really see anything. Roses. There's something like 170 kinds of roses on our property because I'm on the front part of the house where my landlord lives in the back. So one day I'll go on a nicer day and I'll take you around, but thank you all for watching and for your patience because as always my video runs long. So thanks for putting up with all my squirrels. Look, my eyes watering. So this is what happened to your nice makeup, is that it starts looking like zombie makeup. All right. Bye everybody. Sleep well, dream lots, and work hard.